It is your girl Ash, and we are back here to do another recap of Love and Hip Hop episode 4. And oh boy, this was a complete shit show, a whole mess. But before we get into that, thanks for checking me out here at Ashland. If you're new, welcome. If you are not, welcome back. You already know what to do. Sit back, kick back, get you a drink, get your spliff, get your cigarette, get whatever you need because I'm ready to get all into this. Let's go. So y'all, I'm starting to feel like basically like the beginning of the episodes really starts to set the tone for what we can expect or what's gonna be like a main thing for like this episode. And clearly Cisco, Sin, like this was a complete whole mess. Anyway, so everybody's enjoying vacation. Vacation's going all good. Everybody's enjoying. So Sin and Jonathan are playing like golf, putt putt, whatever, whatever. JoJo comes up because it's gonna be JoJo's event, which was super cute, super nice. But anywho, they're just talking about what's going on with them. Which JoJo, which it's she cleared up like how to really pronounce her name. Technically, it's supposed to be JoJo's. We can call her JoJo from here, not Yo Yo. Want to make that correction. Thanks for clearing that up for us, Sin. So anywho, she clearly her and Bobby are like getting cute together, but Jonathan brings up Cisco like. So let me talk to you about Cisco. You're in a good mood. Let me see what's going on with that. And she's just kind of like kind of like really just confused on even why that's even a thing after all this time, right? So she basically explains to JoJo basically the situation, what happened between them. Basically, her little brother had committed suicide, and she was doing a song. He came to her as a producer, helped her with the song. In the end, he wanted to take things further, wanted to get with her, smash, whatever the case is. She wasn't interested. Boom, he dipped out, did her some shady stuff. Money was involved, whatever, whatnot. So that's the situation. JoJo talks about, y'all gotta come, y'all coming to, she's having her Black Food Fest, which is, she's gonna be introducing, foods, of centered around, like Black culture and what that means. So that was like really cute. So right now, Erica and Safari are in a good place, which is, obviously, they had a kind of like a little breakthrough. And from what it seems, they probably, bumped some uglies, some good makeup sex, always, you know, get you real nice in a good mood, get you feeling all giddy and all smiles and stuff. So Erica is talking to Mimi and Brooke, and Safari is with Booby and Marcus. All right. So yes, because of course Booby's like again just wanting to spread around how like they're cool. Him and Brooke are more are very just good friends, and that after all the drama, like all across the board, even with Marcus, everything's cool. Like they all good. So Erica's talking about it from her perspective. Safari's talking about it from his perspective, like after the breakthrough, like I just want us to be able to, no longer be, come overcome, the disrespect, and Erica's just happy that he was able to apologize, just take accountability, for everything, and but she just hopes that it's in a coming from a good place, coming from that he understands how he hurt her, and it's going to improve and move forward from that. So they're not in a perfect place, but they're in an okay place. And Safari wants to continue to surround, them with, people like Booby and Marcus who are married or have been in like situations. So I'm, curious as well to kind of see how, this as well can, move forward, in the episode. So after JoJo's night, Erica is gonna have her night, and she is hosting a sexy charades night where we gonna be talking sex toys, like you couldn't have expected anything else from Erica but to bring on the sexy, the cuteness, like what more can you expect from her? Like, and after the previews, like, I was excited. I could not wait to see what was, what they had coming, what she had. So, all right, getting into JoJo's event, and before we even get to that, you don't not really seeing much of like, too much depth as far as like Joel's and Cambella. And I mean, hey, hey, good for them. They ain't got really much of a storyline, I guess, going on to like, you know, be drama full. Because what's going now is just drama full. But I just thought it was real cute, real husband and real wife ish. That she getting cute, putting on her outfits because she be giving outfits right, and she asked Wells like to help her, and he hold up the girls for her while she pin up, tie up, do whatever you got to come on for the black love. Yes, even little stuff like that, babe. I need you to help me with this outfit. Help me with these girls. I mean, at the same time, that's like good for him because like I would think he want them to be secure and not all out there, especially with the creep squad going on around these parts. But anyway, you see they don't they respect that though. Don't try them games with Joel's and Cambella. So anywho, so like I said, JoJo is hosting the Black Food Fest, and she wanted it to be centered around food, obviously, because what do you do at normal family reunions? Because this is clearly not your typical family reunion, right? So anywho, she wanted it to be centered around food, and with that, she wanted to, give some history. So it wasn't even just like, oh, we're gonna sit down and eat. She brought history, and basically with each dish, she talked about the history, the history behind the dish, and I thought that was cute. I thought that was like a great idea. It gives me like vibes and ideas for like stuff like that, to do with like your friends or, something, just like little event stuff. I don't know, but I really loved it. Learned something like oxtails, coming from scraps, and that's what the slaves used to give us, and now it's like it was scraps then, but now it's like I don't necessarily eat oxtails, but I got friends who eat it, and it's expensive. Like it's not nothing that it ain't scraps no more. Basically, we can make that clear. It ain't scraps anymore. So, a lot's going on though at Yo-Yo's event. So one, let me first start off before I even get to the drama. Yo-Yo performed. She busting out freestyles. I mean, she is letting us know why she was it, in her era, in her time. And I don't even mean to say it like that because I definitely don't mean in no respect, because even now I think she can handle and hold her own with some of these other female MCs. And I love female MCs, rappers, whatever. So I'm here for it. So I need to go ahead and see if I can, get some JoJo on my Apple Music. So get into the drama that was all happening, there. So let's, get out the little good parts. Everybody's like, having their little side moments, side conversations, and, getting back to, Sin and Booby and Brooke. It's like, so it's y'all like, you look committed. It's like, nah. And just as like they're having a conversation, Sin comes and, gives him a bottle of water. Like it was just cute. Like it was like, cool. Like what you mean? Y'all definitely looking like something. Y'all like definitely looking like a thing. But nonetheless, Cisco comes and wants to have a conversation with Safari. And it was just like, okay, all right, you talking about he want to, get his issues out with everybody. And like I said, I didn't know that they had issues. I see why. I don't think y'all knew that they had issues either. Because basically, this drama was basically so. Cisco's aunt is Deb Antony. Obviously, there's history with Deb Antony, even with Safari, because of Nicki Minaj, my baby mama. So, right. So basically, Cisco invited Safari to come to a party. Safari said he was going to come. Safari didn't show up. Cisco's in his feelings about it. Oh, you embarrassed me in front of my family, and I don't take that lightly. In the midst of the conversation, even surprisingly, and it's like, wow, Fridge can get on my nerves. Like it's things like this that gives him brownie points and helps me reel him back in to my good, to my good side. So he goes and he's like, no, not right now, not the conversation. And he's saying it in his interview, like, at the end of the day, this is just not the time. It's not the time. It's not outside of it not being the time and the place. You know, Safari already has enough on his mind. He already has enough going on than you to bring this up, right now. And Safari feels like right now, this is, that was this long ago. I got other stuff going on. Like, I can't believe he's even still holding on to this. One, I feel like Cisco is reaching at this point. Like, just stick to your mess with the creep squad. Like why, I don't know if it's just him, this whole situation, but I just have no oomph for him right now at this point. Like, why you crying? Like, he just sounded like a crybaby as he's talking about this and dealing with this. I don't mean to look bad. If your family is talking about you and backing you or whatever off of something that somebody else didn't do, you that's something for you to deal with your family. Don't blame Safari for that. Like, just uh it got on my nerve. It got on my nerve. It got on my nerve. I didn't understand why this was even relevant, in the moment or whatever, whatnot, because it's confusing on like the whole Jonathan and Erica situation. Like, are they cool? Do they have beef? Is he just loyal to Sin? Is he just, just play cool, just, cordial, but or maybe it's, maybe Safari and Jonathan have the good relationship. Maybe that's what it is. Like, they're all from New York, they all know each other, whatever. So they pull him over, Jonathan. Safari pulls him over to watch a video which looks to be a sex tape between them two, which possibly could have been recent since they've been on vacation, which could explain why Sin is in such a good mood and are giddy. But anywho, with that going on, he also makes mention to wanting to possibly smooth things out with Zell. Oh yes, because Cisco is approaching and trying to have conversations, and he sees that he's trying to like inch his way towards Sin, and I think that's what made him like bring up that maybe he needs to go ahead and just have the conversation with Zell, which he ends up does. So they, go basically to the pool, and everybody's having a good time, and basically he pulls Jonathan, that is, pulls Bobby up and was like, well, let's just have this conversation. And Bobby's whole take on this whole Zell situation at the end of the day is it's like, I wasn't even offended. I don't know why Jonathan was offended. At the end of the day, yes, I am more gay and I am flamboyant for Zell because that's me. That's just who I am. I didn't take it offensively. Jonathan took it offensively, but as well, he did not like as well the comparison that he made. So, that's something that he brought up. Like, that's where he felt like he was in the wrong and basically kind of seeing you as low key racist. And then he's like, as that conversation pulled, as they're having that conversation, Zell does come up, and he's basically like, at the end of the day, I just conduct myself in this way because at the end of the day, first, regardless of me being bisexual, I'm a man. I feel like it's inappropriate and weird that you talk about sex all the time, especially in front of gay guys. Like, I think it's offensive, and I completely understand. I completely understand where both of them are coming from. I think it's just the fact that they're judging each other, and it is kind of like, well, basically this is what a man looks like, and John, and basically saying that John is not a man because this is how he acts. But Jonathan, offends his, himself, like, I do this, this is what I see, as a man also. So it ends up getting ugly because, again, more drama. It ends up getting ugly because he chooses to use the situation with Erica and Safari showing him a video into this conversation, which, even when he tries to explain why he brought that up, I was like, Mm, mm-mm, mm-mm, Jonathan, you keep putting your foot in your mouth right now, and I but so much defending I could do for you now at this point. Like, nah, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. You probably tried it, but no. So Erica walked off pissed off. I guess Zell and him are in an okay place. And at the end of the day, Zell just basically is, and which I can respect, wants, basically to show that being gay isn't just this one look. It isn't just this one mold. We don't all look like this. We're not all flamboyant. And as someone and which well, okay, I can't say that because there are some closed-minded people. There are some people who do come from, small communities or just haven't been exposed to certain things. But I myself have been around different type of, gay guys. I've been around gay guys who are, completely flamboyant, and I've been around gay guys who, are just chill and not as flamboyant. So, very well. It being gay does just like honestly being a homosexual comes in different shapes and different colors and different ways of how we look and um, yeah. So Sin takes it upon herself to actually now go and actually have a conversation with Rich about Cisco and why he's being weird and why he's acting like when he comes around like he wants to have a conversation but he don't like what's up with him and Cisco Rich is basically like I think that he thought he was gonna come here, after y'all history and kind of like scoop in, sweep you off your feet, like go ahead and put those moves in, and like Sin is nah, he couldn't have thought that, like nah, basically nah. But she want that conversation. She's ready to have that conversation, and she gets that conversation. So shoots to the sex charades night. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay? Cause it gets popping. First off, it gets a little hot, and then it gets hot, right? So we got this cute little setting. We got boas everywhere. We got toys. We got dildos, and so the setting. Erica definitely, set this setting up. So everybody's showing up. You're supposed to kind of like wear something sexy and like wear something cute. And Safari like got this whole suit on that covers everything but his eyes. Like it's cute, but it's not cute. But it's just like so Safari. So it's like it's Safari. And then uh, Erica got on that sexy little cat suit, little cheetah, just looking leopard. Is it cheetah or leopard? I don't know. I always get those fabric those patterns like mixed up. But anywho, it was sexy. It was too cute. Mimi with her fishnets and her little corset. Like they just came out. Even Chicana. Even Chicana came out, acting a fool, talk about, Erica putting on the little sexy party. But come on now, like I said, what else can you expect from Erica but put on like a little, bring on the spice, bring on the nasty, right? So it's sex charades. So basically, you act out the word, whatever. And Tara actually decides to go first. And she wants to, go ahead and get it out the way. And she calls up Mimi as her partner. And it just gets hot from there. And, Shower Rod was even one. So Kimbella got that. And she called out Mimi. And but what's all this going on? Zell and Bobby, yeah, Zell and Bobby, and Jonathan, and hitting Erica from the back, and Safari shutting that down. Like it was just wild. They were getting frisky. Shoot, Amina and Erica kissing at frisky hotness, right? But here comes Cisco with the shits, ruining the night because he wants to have talk. What every When he wants to have talks, it's just not good times. And yet again, he gets told by Rich, it's not a good time, dude. Don't do this right now. Nah, but since like nah, we need to do this, but I don't know if we should just do this right here. And with all this that's going on, he's like, nah, we should have this conversation. They have the conversation. Meanwhile, it's in front of everybody. The party's kind of like basically over. So when they step off, everybody's like, what's going on? What's going on? Mimi, goes ahead and gives everybody the tea on him coming to her, having a conversation about what they went through, and him basically wanting to move forward and apologize to her. So we get to them talking. And so Cisco's like, so I hear you still mad at me. And she's like, I always been mad, she's like, I always been mad at you. And, he was like, he brings up having put her in the studio before in her life, and basically, seeing her go from there. And it's like basically kind of like he kind of like started her, put her on the map type thing. And I'm like, shut up. Just shut. Ugh, just annoying me or whatever, whatnot. And he's like, at the end of the day, she deserves to be mad at me, but I think, she ain't. I deserve basically respect and like appreciation or something like that, or gratitude or whatever, whatnot. And I'm just watching him like, who you think you are? Like again, maybe he right. Maybe she could show him a little something, but not when you're coming off like that. Like again, I'm just not feeling Cisco at all. So he admits to her. So he tells her that he's been, everybody's been wondering what's been going on with him, why he's been around so awkward. It's because of her that, he's been awkward because, basically because they've always been cool. They were like homies, and now they haven't. And since like what that's what hurts, is because we were cool, we were homies, and that's how you did me or whatnot. And he basically starts on the fact that why you doing this all in front of me and stuff. And she's like, what now? I definitely think that liquor was flowing, because you could tell, like, I like saying no, she ain't feeling it, but she feeling it, so she kind of giggly about it. And that's how I think it's the whole difference. But like between, because for a second it was just like, is she like feeling this? Is she, nah? I think she's probably had been drinking, so she was all whatever, whatever. But no, she's like, ain't nobody doing nothing in front of you. Like, I don't know what you're doing, I don't know what you're talking, but we're not talking about that. And don't be talking in circles. Whatever you want to talk about, basically, as I say, be clear. Be clear on what you're trying to say. Don't be talking no codes, talking in riddles. I don't know what you're talking about, but ain't nobody even trying to do that. I ain't seen you in years. Like, you keeping track, not me. Like, why do I even need to do this for? And she walked off, which I would have walked off too, because clearly you've been drinking, because you are feeling yourself on a whole level, and you need to sit down, like sit hold down. And she's just so sassy. Like I love seeing. Oh, she's just so sassy, just giving him the business in her voice that I just love so much. So anywho, she come back, and everybody's now kind of like jumping on her, like, what was that? What was that? Wanting to talk about it. And she's like, Jonathan sticks up for her, like she don't want to talk about it right now. She don't want to talk about it with everybody. And I guess it was Erica that made the comment of, nobody's stuff is safe, and nobody, basically everybody's stuff can be out in the open, basically, I guess, was the way to put the comment. And why did she say that? Because that set Sin off. Sin was like, well, since we want to talk about it, since we want to talk about everything, let's talk about the fake page. Woo, let's not talk about the fake page, because that got things popping. Sin, Erica, they going back and forth. Bitch, I made you. Don't do that, Erica, because that's what I hate. That's what I don't like. Don't do the I did this for you, I did that for you, I made you type thing. Don't do that. Yes, you dated her. Yes, you on a TV show, whatever, whatever. But don't make it seem like you don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, you know, she go ahead. They take, trying to get them apart. Shakana's like, stop being mean, stop, talking to her or whatever like that, whatnot. They take Sin, Rich takes, Sin, they leave, and then of course Jonathan is going to defend his friend. So him and Erica then they have words. They're getting into it and talking about the fake page and all this blah 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 blah. And then boom, he decides to leave. He catches up with Sin, and he's like, at the end of the day, boom, I'm leaving. I don't have to sit here. I wanted to have conversations, but I'm getting attacked, and that's the end of that. I'm not sticking around for this. I'm supposed to host, but I didn't sign up for this, and I'm out of here. And with that said, yeah, I can breathe because that spilled that out real fast because that was y'all. It just turned into an entire mess, shit show, and I wonder if he's really going to leave or not. Um, I guess we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Whether he's gonna leave. The next episode, Death looks like I wasn't even they ain't even giving enough on these previews because I was not expecting any of this to happen this episode, right? And even oh no, for Cisco to feel like Booby is trying to stunt on him with this situation. Boy, didn't nobody even know about this. That's what I give it talking so fast because I forgot. I definitely wanted to hit on that. Didn't it? Didn't nobody even know about you and Sin? Why? How did it talk about you got competition? Ain't no competition because you ain't in the running. And then you keep having all these conversations at the wrong time. Like you just he need to tighten up. He just need to tighten up, y'all. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and turn your notifications on. Hit those bells so that you are getting the notifications when I am dropping these videos on y'all. So if you like show recaps, if you like family, beauty, lifestyle stuff, hauls, I'm your girl. Definitely want to keep up with me, and I will see y'all later. If you like this video, please go ahead and like it so we can let YouTube know that you like me and they can keep pushing out and promoting my videos to y'all. Okay, so it's late. Jern has slept through, which I am happy about, and not ruined any of my recording time. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and try to enjoy some more quietness. Later.